covering Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Right now on WJCL 22 Morning News, local city officials push for change in education following the death of George Floyd. Plus,
this is the first time that the state is launching a civil rights investigation into the systemic discriminatory practices of the largest police department in the state.
A historic move is made as people around the world advocate for justice in the wake of Floyd's death. And in the midst of national protests and riots, the coronavirus pandemic rages on. The city of Savannah has a new campaign to let frontline workers know they're still appreciated. It is 6 o'clock on your Wednesday morning. Now let's get a check of that certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Jonathan Myers. He's standing by. Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, Ashley, got some good news for everyone for that forecast today. Another nice day on tap for us with sunshine. It'll take you all the way through the afternoon. Let's look at that forecast today. And Savannah starting out in the 60s this morning, 85 at 1, 82 at 7. Hilton Head for the beachfront, not bad there. A nice little sea breeze this afternoon, 81 around 1 o'clock, upper 70s after work. And we'll see good weather also Hinesville, Fort Stewart area, 86 later in the afternoon, mid 80s there in Beaufort, and we'll be getting a cool off there in Beaufort at 80 degrees at 7 o'clock. Winds are calm this morning, so not a bad start. A little light southerly breeze we'll see later this afternoon. Notice these high clouds kind of scooting in from the south and west, but overall today we will see mostly sunny skies. So dry today, but shower or thunderstorm is back in the forecast by tomorrow. Not a whole lot of rain really anticipated tomorrow, and we'll continue seeing those chances for showers and storms into the end of the week. I'll detail that for you, and we'll track Tropical Storm Cristobal in less than 10 minutes.
Jonathan, thank you so much. Well, we start this morning with the latest in the death of George Floyd, which continues to spark national and global calls for justice. Authorities say Floyd died after he was arrested by Minneapolis police last week. The 4 officers involved have been fired, and 1 has been arrested and charged with murder. The Minneapolis Police Department is now facing a major investigation as America braces for its 8th night of unrest. Here's Nadia Romero with the story.
This is the first time that the state is launching a civil rights investigation into the systemic discriminatory practices of the largest police department in the state.
A civil rights investigation into the Minneapolis Police Department will look back at the department's practices for the past decade.
This effort is only one of many steps to come in our efforts to restore trust within those communities who have been unseen, unheard.
The mother of George Floyd's 6-year-old daughter spoke out Tuesday.
He will never see her grow up, graduate. He will never walk her down the aisle. If it's a problem she's having and she needs her dad, she does not have that anymore.
In the nation's capital,
who are you protecting?
Protesters gathered outside of the heavily guarded White House, a very stark contrast in images from Monday, when police used force and launched tear gas to push protesters away from the White House as President Trump threatened to use the military against protesters.
How dare you pervert the honor of our military by threatening to use them against their fellow Americans?
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell dodged weighing in on the handling of Monday's protest.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to critique other people's performances. I can speak for myself.
And that was Nadia Romero reporting. This morning, Hilton Head Island leaders are sharing their thoughts and concerns following the death of George Floyd. Council members discuss what can be done in their community. WJCL's Daniel Robinson joins us live now with what's next. Daniel, good morning.
Ashley, good morning. Councilman Mark Grant shared a powerful message with Hilton Head leaders about police brutality and his desire to help improve community relationships around the Lowcountry. This is just a short clip of that message. Take a listen.
I've never felt truly free and extent in America. Understanding the history of how African Americans have been treated in this state, I have taught my children how to behave dealing with the police, teachers, and their peers. So I'm asking you, as we move forward, and we have heard what's going on across this country, that we really make stronger efforts to bring equity on this island, stronger efforts to improve the quality of life of all our citizens.
Councilman Grant went on to propose a plan to have a local task force on the island work with local law enforcement. He says so deputies can educate them on their practices and then have that task force make some recommendations on how community relations can be improved. Now, some town council members are showing their support for Grant's plan, and they said that they would volunteer to help make that effort happen. Live in the Low Country this morning, Daniel Robinson, WJCL 22 News.
Daniel, thank you so much. In Georgia, city leaders aren't the only ones sharing their thoughts on the unrest following George Floyd's death. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp gives his feedback about ongoing protests and says peaceful demonstrations are turning violent because of people with, quote, a different agenda.
What started as a peaceful protest Friday ended in violence and destruction. A powerful moment was ultimately corrupted by some with a different agenda. And from the start, we have worked with Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms' office and local law enforcement to provide assistance and support. At their request, I have deployed the Georgia National Guard and hundreds of law enforcement officials to key locations across the city.
Well, the governor also gave an update on the coronavirus pandemic in Georgia. The governor says the state has increased bed capacity and is seeing a reduction in hospitalizations and seeing a decrease of percentages of positive cases as testing capabilities expand. Let's take a look now at the latest numbers of coronavirus cases in Georgia and South Carolina. The Georgia Department of Public Health confirms more than 48,000 cases. That's nearly 4,500 more cases than this time last week. In South Carolina, the Department of Health and Environmental Control confirms more than 12,000 new cases. That's almost 2,000 more than this time last week. Health officials say more than 1.8 million cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in the U.S. And while some progress is being made on a vaccine, there are still concerns about the virus spreading. John Lawrence reports.
The large George Floyd protests may result in more coronavirus outbreaks.
I just hope that people will get tested and will remember that we're still in the middle of a pandemic.
Some people are wearing masks, but social distancing is at a minimum.
There's no question there's a danger this could intensify the spread of the coronavirus.
U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Jerome Adams says he expects more coronavirus cases nationally due to the large gatherings. On a more optimistic note, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases says a phase 3 trial for one potential vaccine is scheduled to start next month.
By the beginning of 2021, we hope to have a couple of 100 million doses.
As for the next few months, the National Institutes of Health says the summer heat probably won't stop the virus, contrary to a prediction President Trump made earlier this year. Meantime, the president tweeting Tuesday that the RNC will be looking for another host for its convention in late August. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper isn't planning to ease social distancing guidelines for the convention. 3 Republican officials say President Trump will therefore not accept the nomination in Charlotte. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
John, thank you so much. Well, contracts require some events to take place in Charlotte, but RNC officials are now looking for another location for the bulk of August convention. Among the spots reportedly under consideration are Jacksonville, Las Vegas, Nashville, and Orlando. You can see the latest on this developing story on Good Morning America that airs right after our show at 7. Well, the Coastal Health District confirms the first COVID-19 death in Liberty County. The district says the person was an 89-year-old man with underlying medical conditions. Health officials say there are now 82 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in that area. In the midst of protests and riots happening across the globe, it's easy to forget the COVID-19 pandemic is still raging on. WJCL's Emma Hamilton is joining us live this morning with more on how the city of Savannah is honoring local heroes. Emma, good morning.
Hey, Ashley, good morning. Well, it's the Savannah Frontlines Heroes campaign, and essentially the whole point of it is to honor the local heroes here in Savannah that have been on the front lines of this pandemic. We're here in downtown Savannah this morning at City Hall, and you can see behind me here that one of those banners has already been hung up. The people being honored in this campaign are the medical workers, the first responders, food providers, and of course, many others. Angela Hopper Photography took photos of these local heroes, and the banners will be hung in popular popular spots across Savannah, including here at City Hall, the Civic Center, Liberty Street parking garage, just to name a few. Many familiar faces are a part of this campaign, including Director of the Coastal Health District, Dr. Lawton Davis, as you just saw, America's Second Harvest of Coastal Georgia, local hospital staff, and more. Community partners worked with city staff to be able to select these local heroes, and it was all made possible by private donations. Reporting live in Savannah this morning, Emma Hamilton, WJCL 22 News.
Emma, thank you so much. Time check this morning at 6:10. Coming up, a new location for one of the biggest political events of the summer could be in the works.
The GOP may be leaving North Carolina behind. I'm Matt Pritchard in Washington with the latest political casualty from the coronavirus.
Plus, Lowcountry parents take on the challenge of trying to make kids understand why people across the nation are taking to the streets in protest. Jonathan.
And actually not a bad start to the morning. We are seeing some sunshine. Sun will be coming up very soon, and we're going to see lots of it throughout a good part of the daytime. But chances for showers and thunderstorms are back in that certified most accurate forecast. I'll detail that for you right after the break. Looking live this morning in Savannah. Notice there's high clouds out there and temperatures starting out at 66. To keep up with that forecast today, just download our WJCL 22 News app.